When you get your Kreg router table insert plate, the first thing you're going to want to do is mount your router. We make the process really easy, and we'll walk you through it here. The first way we simplify it is by offering two plates that are pre-drilled. One has a hole pattern that fits popular routers from Bosch and Porter Cable. The other hole pattern fits Triton and the big Porter Cable Professional. Then, of course, there's an undrilled plate too. If you're using the pre-drilled plate, mounting process is simple. Just remove your router subbase, then align the plate with the holes, making sure that the controls you'll need to access in the router table are at the front. Then you'll just drive in the screws. Our pre-drilled plates even have holes that you can use for the wrench that's used for through the table adjustment if your router's equipped that way. Couldn't be much simpler. If you're using our undrilled plate, you'll drill the holes yourself to match your router. And a few built-in features make that easy. If you look on the underside of the plate, you'll see some molded in center points. There's a 3-hole pattern and a 4-hole pattern, and these will fit a variety of popular routers. You can check the plate instructions to see which of those patterns might work for you. If you're using the center points, you're ready to drill the holes. You'll just want to choose a drill bit that's slightly larger in diameter than the router mounting screw. The best way to drill is with a drill press, and we'll show you that in a minute. But if you don't have a drill press, you can make a simple drilling guide like this one. It's just 2 pieces of scrap joined together with a couple of pocket hole screws. With it, you can position the drill bit and then use the guide to hold the bit straight as you drill. If the mounting holes for your router don't match up with those center points, it's still easy to align and mount your router using this targeting pattern that's also molded into the underside. These lines form concentric circles around the center, so you know that you can get your router centered exactly. To do that, just bring the router into place. I've removed the screws that hold the subbase and kind of roughly align it. Now, when you do this, make sure that the controls you'll need to access are toward the front of the plate, so they'll be accessible in the router table. And also look to make sure that the router handles will fit down through the hole in your router table. You can cock the router a little bit if you need to, just rotate it to make more clearance for the handles, but these will fit fine, so I'm just gonna mount it straight. Take the router off the subbase, and now you can use your subbase for alignment. Just move it until it's even between the lines that are molded in, and you know that it will be centered upright. Take your time, get it where you want it, and now rather than just mark points, I'm actually going to tape the subbase down. Won't be pretty, but it does the job really well, because then with it taped in place, I can use it to guide my drill bit when I head over to the drill press. Maybe one more piece of tape. So there's my 3 mounting holes that I'm going to drill, and I know that it'll be centered up. Whether you're using a hand drill or the drill press, use a piece of scrap wood or plywood to support the plate. That way you won't have to worry about blowing out the hole as the bit exits. Make sure you have the drill bit aligned where you want it, and then drill. Then just repeat this for each of the holes. Now you'll need to flip the plate face up and countersink the top face to recess the heads of the mounting screws. If your router has above the table adjustment, be sure to drill a hole for that handle as well. With the holes drilled and countersunk, you're ready to mount your router to the plate. Just gotta eyeball the location of the holes. And you can see that I did decide to rotate this router just a little bit to make more clearance going into the table. But now all you gotta do is drive in the screws. And whether you used the molded in center points or the molded in targeting pattern, you can be confident that your router will be centered in the bit opening. And because our router plates are so thick and so strong, you know that even a big heavy router will be well supported when you mount it in the table.